I never believed in fate until the night I served a man who wore my mother's secret on his skin. My name is Maya Torres, and I'm about to tell you how a single tattoo unraveled a conspiracy of missed connections, hidden truths, and a love story that refused to die. But first, let me ask you something. What would you do if you discovered your entire life was built on a misunderstanding? The scar on my palm started bleeding again. I noticed it while polishing wine glasses behind the bar at Aurelius, one of San Francisco's most exclusive restaurants, the kind of place where tech CEOs close billion-dollar deals over $400 steaks. It happens sometimes, the scar. Stress makes it open up, and I was drowning in stress. My mother had 6 months to live, maybe less. Pancreatic cancer doesn't negotiate, doesn't care that she's only 51, doesn't care that she's spent 25 years cleaning houses in Pacific fights to give me a decent life, doesn't care that the experimental treatment, our last hope, costs more than we'll make in 5 years. Maya, table 7, VIP, handle it personally. Marcus, our floor manager, appeared at my shoulder. He only used that tone for the big names. Who is it? Damien Cross. My stomach dropped. Everyone in San Francisco knew that name. Self-made tech billionaire, $6.8 billion net worth. The man who'd revolutionized cloud security and now sat on the board of half the companies in Silicon Valley. He's here alone? Requested the private booth. Explicit instructions. No fuss, no recognition, just service. I grabbed my order pad, steadied my breathing, and walked toward table 7. Damien Cross sat facing the windows overlooking the bay. Early 50s, silver threading through dark hair, wearing a black shirt that probably cost more than my monthly rent. But it was his expression that stopped me. He looked haunted. Good evening, I'm Maya. I'll be... Scotch. Neat. Whatever's top shelf. His voice was rough, like he'd been shouting or crying. I poured Macallan 25, set it down, stepped back. Professional, invisible. That's what we're trained to be with people like him. That's when I saw it. His right hand rested on the table, and when his sleeve pulled back, I glimpsed a tattoo on the inner wrist. Small, precise, a compass rose, but the needles were twisted into a figure 8, an infinity symbol. The ink was black, but fading to blue-gray with age. My vision tunneled. My mother has the exact same tattoo, same placement, same design. I've stared at it my entire life, wondering what it meant, why she'd never tell me. Is there a problem? His eyes met mine, dark, exhausted. No, sir, I apologize. It's just... I swallowed hard. This is going to sound insane, but my mother has that exact tattoo, same wrist, same design. I've never seen it on anyone else. The color drained from his face. What did you say? The tattoo, the compass with the infinity. His glass hit the table. Scotch splashed across the white tablecloth. What's your mother's name? His voice cracked. Elena Torres. Why? He stood abruptly, knocking his chair backward. People turned to stare. He didn't seem to notice. Where is she? She's in hospice care. Mr. Cross, do you know my mother? What hospital? UCSF Medical Center, but... He pulled out his phone, typed rapidly, then looked at me with an intensity that made my skin prickle. How old are you? 25. Sir, what's happening? 25. He whispered it like a curse, like a prayer. Then he threw $500 bills on the table and walked out without another word. I texted my mother from the bathroom, hands shaking. Do you know someone named Damien Cross? No response. She was probably sedated. The pain medication kept her unconscious most days now. I Googled him on my phone. Article after article. Forbes profiles, TechCrunch interviews, photos from galas and conferences. Always alone. One article from 3 years ago had a quote that made my breath catch. Why haven't you settled down, Mr. Cross? Because I already found the one. I just lost her. Everything else feels like settling. There was a photo accompanying the article. Damien at some charity event, arm raised to wave at someone. His sleeve had pulled back. The tattoo was clearly visible. I zoomed in on my phone, staring at it until my eyes burned. That night, I went to my mother's apartment, searched through her old boxes in the closet, the ones she never let me touch. Photo albums, letters, a small wooden box I'd never seen before. Inside, a faded Polaroid. A young woman, my mother, maybe 26, vibrant and laughing, standing next to a young man with dark hair and bright eyes. His arm was around her waist. They were standing in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. I turned the photo over. Written in faded ink, D and E, June 1999. Forever starts now. D. Damien. My hands trembled as I dug deeper, found letters, dozens of them, all addressed to an old apartment building in the Mission District, all returned with addressee unknown stamped in red. My mother had tried to find him. The next morning, a black Mercedes was parked outside UCSF Medical Center when I arrived. A woman in her 60s, gray suit, professional demeanor, approached me in the lobby. "Maya Torres?" "Yes." "My name is Sarah Chen. I'm Mr. Cross's attorney. He asked me to find you." My heart hammered. "Is he here?" "He's waiting, but first he needs to know, is your mother well enough for visitors?" "She's dying. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4. She has days, maybe weeks." Sarah's expression softened. "I'm very sorry. But Maya, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be completely honest. When is your birthday?" "October 12th. "Why?" "What year?" 2000. She closed her eyes briefly, like she'd just confirmed something terrible. "Please come with me." She led me to a private waiting room. Damien Cross sat in a chair by the window, staring out at the city. He looked like he hadn't slept. "Mr. Cross," Sarah said gently, "October 12th, 2000. He stood slowly, turned to face me. His eyes were red-rimmed. "I need to see her," he said. "Elena, I need to see her right now. I have to prepare her first. I have to tell her you're here. Tell her," his voice broke, "tell her I never stopped looking." I walked into my mother's room alone first. She was awake, staring at the ceiling, the morphine drip keeping most of the pain at bay. "Mama." She turned her head slowly, smiled when she saw me. "Mija." I pulled the chair close to her bed, took her frail hand, the one with the faded compass tattoo. "There's someone here to see you." "Who?" "Damien Cross." She went completely still. For 3 heartbeats, she didn't breathe. "That's not possible," she whispered. "He came to the restaurant. He has the tattoo, Mama, the same one." Tears spilled down her hollow cheeks. "He's here? He's really here?" "Yes, he wants to see you, but first you need to tell me the truth. All of it." She nodded slowly, took a shuddering breath. "I met him in 1998. I was working at a coffee shop in the Mission. He came in every morning. He was a programmer, working crazy hours at some startup. We fell in love. Fast. Completely. The tattoo? We got them together. June 1999. He said, no matter what happens, no matter how far apart we are, we'll always find our way back. Like a compass. The infinity was my idea, because I wanted it to mean forever. What happened? My father had a stroke in Mexico, August 1999. I had to go home immediately. Damien wanted to come with me, but he couldn't leave. His visa, his job. We promised it would only be a few months. But you were gone longer? My father lingered for 6 months. By the time I came back in March 2000, he was gone. His apartment was empty. His phone disconnected. I searched everywhere, Maya. For 2 months I searched. I thought, she sobbed, I thought he'd forgotten me, found someone else. I held her hand tighter. Mama, when did you find out you were pregnant? She looked at me with devastated eyes. 3 weeks after I got back to San Francisco. I was 9 weeks along. I tried to find him to tell him. I tried so hard, but he was just gone. The room spun. Does he know? No. How could he? I couldn't find him. Mama, I said slowly, what if he was looking for you too? Before she could answer, there was a soft knock at the door. Damien Cross stood in the doorway looking like he was about to face a firing squad. I stood up. I'll give you privacy. No, my mother said. Stay, please. I moved to the corner of the room as Damien stepped inside. For a long moment, they just stared at each other. 26 years collapsed into nothing. Elena, his voice was barely a whisper. Damien. He crossed to her bedside, knelt down, took her hand, the one with the tattoo, pressed it against his matching mark. I looked for you, he said. For 7 years, I looked for you. I hired investigators. I called every coffee shop in the city. I went to Mexico 3 times asking for the Torres family. I never stopped. I came back, she whispered. March 2000, your apartment. I got evicted in February. I'd been working 90-hour weeks, missed rent, got kicked out, moved in with a friend in Oakland, changed my phone number. I left messages everywhere for you. The coffee shop, your old roommates. No one knew where you'd gone. I tried to find you. I went to your company. They said you'd quit. To start my own business. I thought if I could build something, make real money, I could go to Mexico and find you, bring you back. They were both crying now. We were in the same city, she said, for all these years. I know. Damien, she took a shuddering breath. There's something I have to tell you. I know, he said again, looking at me. Sarah ran the timeline. Elena, is she? My mother nodded. Maya is your daughter. The room went silent except for the beeping of monitors. Damien turned to look at me, really look at me for the first time. His face went through a dozen emotions: shock, grief, wonder, rage at lost time. You didn't know? He asked my mother. Not when I left. I found out after. I tried to tell you. I couldn't find you. He stood slowly, walked over to me, studied my face like he was searching for himself in it. 25 years, he said hoarsely. I have a daughter, 25 years old. I didn't know what to say. What do you say to the father you never knew existed? I'm sorry, he finally said. I'm so goddamn sorry I wasn't there. You didn't know. I should have found you, both of you. You tried, my mother said from the bed. We both tried. We just missed each other. By weeks, Damien said bitterly. Maybe days. The DNA test confirmed it 3 days later, 99.97% probability of paternity. But by then, it didn't matter. I already knew. You can't fake the way he looked at me, like he was seeing everything he'd lost and found all at once. Damien moved fast. Within a week, my mother was transferred to a private wing at Stanford Medical Center. 3 oncologists were flown in from Johns Hopkins, MD Anderson, and Memorial Sloan Kettering. He paid off $180,000 in medical debt, covered my tuition at Berkeley. I'd dropped out to work, deposited $50,000 in my account with a note, "This is not charity. This is 25 years of birthday money I should have given you." The experimental treatment started immediately. Targeted therapy combined with immunotherapy. Brutal, expensive, experimental. It shouldn't have worked. Pancreatic cancer doesn't negotiate, remember? Except this time, it did. 18 months later, I stand on a cliff overlooking the Pacific Ocean, watching my mother and Damien exchange vows. She's in remission. The doctors call it a miraculous. The tumors shrank by 80%. She's gained weight, her hair grew back, she looks 10 years younger. She wears a simple cream dress. Damien wears a dark suit. Both of them have their left wrists exposed, tattoos visible to everyone. I promised you forever in 1999, Damien says, voice steady. Life interrupted us, but I'm making that promise again now, and this time, nothing, not time, not distance, not anything will separate us. My mother is crying. So am I. So is Sarah, Damien's attorney, who's become like an aunt to me. I loved you then, my mother said. I loved you through 26 years of not knowing where you were. I love you now, and I'll love you forever, however long forever lasts. They kiss as the sun sets over the ocean. Later, at the reception, Damien finds me on the terrace. "Thank you," he said. "For what?" "For having your mother's eyes, for asking about the tattoo, for being brave enough to question a stranger." He paused. "For being my daughter." I hugged him then, really hugged him for the first time. "We got lucky," I whispered. "No, we got a second chance. That's rarer than luck." My mother's cancer is still there, dormant, managed. It could come back, probably will someday, but that's not today. Today, she and Damien are planning a trip to Mexico to visit my grandfather's grave, so Damien can finally meet the man whose stroke set everything in motion. Today, I'm starting my master's degree in journalism at Stanford. Damien's funding it, but I'm earning it. Today, we're a family. Unconventional, patchwork, built on lost time and found love. Last week, I asked Damien why he never removed the tattoo. "Because," he said, touching the faded compass on his wrist, "because it was the only proof I had that she was real, that what we had existed. Even when I thought I'd never find her, I needed to remember that someone once loved me that much." "And now?" I asked. He smiled. "Now it's a reminder that the compass always points home. You just have to keep following it even when you can't see the way." 3 people, 1 symbol, 26 years of silence, and in the end, love that refused to be forgotten. Have you ever discovered a secret that changed everything? A connection that seemed impossible but turned out to be fate? Share your story below. If this story reminded you that it's never too late for second chances, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about love, loss, and the moments that define us. Because sometimes the compass points home. You just have to be brave enough to follow it.